Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to my channel. This program is a barely new program where we bring you different topics of issues affecting Nigeria. We talk about sports, and we talk about current affairs and politics also. And I want to talk about some of the things that's been going on in Nigeria that has been in the news lately, and some of the things that the Nigerian press have not been able to, you know, touch, like question and answers to the politicians and where things are really happening. I want the real anchor media men to go to the locations where all these things are happening and not just sending the mediocre reporters to give us stories because it's not efficient enough. And so this program will be coming to you with uninterrupted, you know, broadcast, you know, directly from my studios here in the crib. You can see that, and you can subscribe to this channel. And each time a new uh, broadcast comes up, you will be the first to see it live. It costs you nothing, and you pay no dime to subscribe. Just some information that I will be, giving to you, which is worthwhile listening to what I have. I want to say thank you in advance. Let's get busy, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the program. Earlier today, Wednesday, June 18th, the crisis in Benue State, it's a horrible one. And I was very surprised to have seen that the Pope made a statement referring to this situation in Benue State. And how come the officials and government in Nigeria failed to do so? So I was very disappointed that the Reverend Father Aliyah, who know who's the governor that took over from the former governor, I think Atta was his name. He's not doing good to the expectation that is needed for him to run that state, because he's not doing good at all. I must tell you. For you to win an election, it's something, but you have to implement. You have to implement some of the programs and agenda that you have for the state, and not just go there and sit down not doing anything, you know. And if you know that you cannot do an excellent job as the governor of the state, the best thing is to step down. There's no beef about it. You just step down because it's too overwhelming for you. We understand it. You don't just sit there and things are piling up, things are coming up, crisis, problems are coming up. You cannot solve anyone. That's not good enough. The situation in Benue State, where they had over 200 people killed today, during the week, was devastating. It's not the first time that I've heard the situation in Benue State. In 2021, I think so, to be precise, we have some situation there where I think the bandits, some of these bandits, you know, ambushed some armed forces, 19 of them, and they were killed. 19 gallant army officers were killed in Benue State in an ambush. And President Obasanjo was the president at the time, and Yaradua was I think was his next successor after he left office. That situation was not properly resolved till date. I know that the army went in there after the situation was over. They went in there to um, get rid of whatever they could get. They couldn't actually get the perpetrators who did that, and the so-called bandits did what they had to do, and they went into hiding. And I've now seen a report what was the final from that situation in 2021. And 2027 also situation arose where Yaradua visited to that state, in Benue State. This is a situation that need to be, dealt with once and for all. Are these people, so-called bandits, are they untouchable? What is it? Is there somebody protecting them? What is the national security people? What are they doing? Where is the intelligence here? Get these people where they are hiding and get rid of them once and for all, and let's have peace in the state. We cannot continue to uh, let things happen and it dies off and we all mourn and pray and that's it. No, we have to get the root cause of it. Where are these people coming from? Who's engineering this stuff? Because when I heard it, the situation that over 200 people, and previously some people were killed, about 50 or so before this one, and not to talk about when the Buhari administration was in office, there was a lot of killings as well. A lot of things happened. The president did not visit at that time. He did not go because he felt there was no need to go, which is unbelievable. You represent the whole of the country, the whole of Nigeria, not a particular a set of a particular part of the country. You refuse to go where there are situations. This is what I don't understand. Is it what is the madness in there that you don't have the feeling of human, you know, a, 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 a massacre? Children, for Christ's sake, were involved, sleeping with their parents. They were taken out just like that. This is not Nigeria that we know. Nigeria is known for action, swift action. When things happen, you get rid of the situation so it doesn't occur back again. I was very pissed off when I heard it, and I'm still very pissed off, but not as when I was mad the first time when I heard it. How come again and again people are dying? Those people, the bandits and what do you call it, the headers should be disarmed with immediate effect. Somebody is harming them. Who is it? Somebody is doing it, and probably those that own the cow that they take along on the journey on the street and whatever wherever they find themselves, the path where they go. There's a big man that owned 40, 50 cows that they 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 take on trips on foot to different locations at people's farms to destroy. And this situation has not been resolved since it started. And the government is treating it like it's no big deal. Yes, it's a big deal because of the loss of lives and property. I'm not from Benue State, but a humanitarian who loves people. And this country called Nigeria should begin to have a conversation to know if this is the time for separation or they want to do separation. That's another conversation the National Assembly should be having. Serious discussion and not just some flimsy issues that of no importance. Should be discussed at the National Assembly. Maybe they think it's not because things are happening and it's not being resolved. Then people would want, oh, let's separate. Maybe there'll be peace then. National Assembly, the 10th National Assembly, Mr. Akpabio in charge. You please take a note. And I want to add that it's been said that it's been herders and farmers um, crisis, land disputes, and whatnot. It was disputed today by the traditional ruler of Benue State, the royal father, who debunked that none of that has happened. It's not a communal crisis or land dispute, but the bandits have taken advantage to destroy of life and properties and getting away with it. Whereas they should be disarmed immediately because you cannot be taking firearms for granted. I want to thank uh, the Royal Majesty, the traditional ruler of Benue State. They spoke clearly. The message was clear. He said it's genocide. And some of these owners of cattle have no respect for the laws of the land in Benue State and all other states that these things are happening. They have no respect for the law of the land. They allow these herdsmen with guns to do havoc and to destroy communities and eliminate people in the process. And the federal government is silent about these crimes against humanity. How come? How come, Mr. President? Mr. President did say that he normally read newspapers and um, watch TV about some of his critics that talks about him. Well, Mr. President, I'm not talking about anybody about you, but just gonna I'm speaking the truth that since you came into office as the president of Nigeria, you have not actually visited any state in the country. I've heard of commissioning projects here and there, but you have not actually visited a state to see what is actually going on there. I was thinking he was going to visit the uh, NNPC to see what is the situation there. I was thinking he was going to visit Zamfara State. I was thinking you were going to visit Borno State. I was thinking you was going to visit the eastern region part of Nigeria, Imo or Anambra State. And all the hot spots in the country you were supposed to visit. But we've seen you visit outside the country more than you visit the states that voted you in as the president of Nigeria. I'm very disappointed that the the followers and the writers of the president they're not doing a good job. The bunch of governors and a bunch of the senators from the National Assembly who does go on a journey ride with the president each time he has an engagement. The set of people that I see all the time, they know themselves. I'm not going to mention names. I see them all the time. The same group of people, the governors, they know themselves. The APC governors, what are you showing there for? What they need you for? You're supposed to be in your state to take care of situations there, to govern your state, not just take a journey ride and go where you want to be seen, leaving your duties behind. It's not acceptable. You all should stop it. The pleasantry that went on today at the reception, it looks like a reception, whereas it's supposed to be a mourning site. there was the presentry of names of politicians who were present with the with the with the with the president. The governor spent 5 minutes in announcing those that came, the entourage that came with the president. So it was like a mixture of party events and mourning. But the party events took a greater height, a greater uh, talk or greater recognition than the purpose why they were there. Well, a little about the mourning of the injured and dead people were mentioned. The president started off by mentioning his party members and gave compliment to them for accompanying him to Benue State and to the service chiefs who were there. And deviated from his visit to speak on um, some irrelevant subject that has nothing to do with the mourning of the of people that passed. That was not the type of visit he would have loved to attend, said the president. He would have come in a different subject in terms of commissioning projects, as he had alluded. The president talked about his critics and also said he also will protect them. He urged the Benue State governor to make announcement to donate blood to the injured that are in the hospital. The president also touched on those land grabbing and touched on enough land in the state to feed the nation, and that the people should learn how to share and accommodate and also talks about the attitude of hate which that should be minimized. He would have preferred that he would come and clean glasses and celebrate for progress, as he had stated. He also called upon the National Security Advisor, I think Mr. Rebadu, to establish a radio station to connect the people of Benue State to some encouraging and to put together some kind of modalities towards this problem in the state. The governor saluted the president salutes the past governor of the states of Benue State and the officials, and that a committee of these governors and officials should meet and this committee to finding a lasting solution to the problem. He also mentioned that um, providing ranching in the state is possible for this crisis on ground. The president also stated that strategy or not strategy that uh, tragedy to economic priorities, and he gave sample of Lagos when he was governor of that state. He appeals to the citizens of Benue State about good health care and that salary were being paid by the administration. He urged the governors that we're going to set up this committee to invest in peace. He called on the Inspector General of Police that while no arrest has been made so far since the incident happened a few days ago, the President TINUBU also called on the service chiefs to get the criminals marching, get them into book. Also call on the DSS to turn its channels and to get to work and let this incident not happen again. Folks, you can see that the situation in Benue needs to be resolved. And I thought that when this governor came into office, in the first place, as a reverend, that he was going to make things even better. I was very glad that he was a reverend. I don't want to deviate, but I just wanted to make a note that there's a video out that I saw earlier. A convoy of army personnel in a in the vehicle with some bunch of herdsmen were in a particular area, forest or something. Some some discussions were going on there. So I don't know what it is, but the video is out there. You can take a look and see what they were saying. The herdsmen were saying with the rifles moving back and forth. Some of the uniform officers were walking around, some were in the car, talking to some of them and stuff like that. I wouldn't want to dwell into it. It's out there. You just take a look and see for yourself what it is. Um, there's a particular thing I saw today which I needed to address is that there was rain during the visit of the there was rain during the visit of President Tinubu, and the organizers and coordinators of this event sent out the students out in the rain without proper uh, shelter to cover them up. That situation to me was appalling. The organizers have no clue on how to organize this type of mourning event. It was unacceptable and it was unnecessary to take such an action. We must learn not to please uh, these politicians because they are not God, but human beings like us, as I always say. And we should stop running after them for handouts. And they know that they get most of our votes to put them in office because they can't put themselves in office. It's through our votes that that they be able to serve the nation or serve the community that they serve. How many of the politicians' kids today will want to see their kids in the rain to either welcome a president or to welcome a dignitary that's coming in the country? None. You're not going to see none. You are going to see the lower class citizen and their parents out there. It's always the lower middle class citizen that will be out there. And we should understand before doing things and not be in a rush to satisfy their ego. We are not fools, and we should not be seen as fools either. Then just making long speeches and without any proper uh, any proper arrangement to rectify the situation. What I would have expected is that whoever is doing a report for the president or to the governor should be direct. Things to be said should be direct. Forget about all this pleasantry, calling on people, excellency, this and that, SON, OON. Cut all that out. We don't need all that. You know, kids and family were just murdered. You come directly to speak on it. These people that are bandits or whoever they are must be um, must be tracked and bring to justice with immediate effect, without question. Instead of just playing around, bringing politics and making all sort of things that are not supposed to be said. It's devastating to hear. You give an highlight, the so-called secretary and whoever does the writing, you just be brief. Write the heading. He knows what to say. Just give the clue on each page, or maybe up to 10 to 15, and and things to do and the solutions to the problem should be precise. And if there's any question and answers, the uh, the media men, the professionals, media men should ask questions from there, not this type of pleasantry where people sit comfortable and as if they come for what you call it, a convention. No, that's not what it is. It's no convention sitting. This is a serious stuff where people, people lives were affected. So I'm gonna end this um, today's program, and before I end, I know Mr. Obama, the President Obama, uh, once said that in one of his interview that I saw, he mentioned that once a politician get a seat in office as a senator or whatever is the position, you realize that they ain't that, you know, who they think you think they are. You know, you further said that they are this some smart ones, and there are ones that are not so smart among them, and you don't know what they are talking about sometimes, and they cannot express themselves very well, but in any case, they're there to represent their people. And you will notice that he said that some of them have been exposed, but not all of them know why they're there. Some of these politicians running and in charge of local government and running for governorship position, they don't know what they are doing. Some of them just get the position because they want the position, and once they get there, they don't know what they're doing. They lost of ideas of what to do. Cannot do that. If you want to lead, you have to show leadership in whatever that you do. If not, it's going to result to crisis that you cannot handle. I think there's some of the situations that we see today in Nigeria, in some of the troubled states that we are witnessing. And it's about time the federal government puts an end to it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that does it for me. I'll have to sign up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. More stuff will be coming your way live and direct. From me to you, I say goodbye and peace out. God bless Nigeria. Thank you for your time.